Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving deep and firing up the engine that sits right at the heart of modern IT service management, the ITIL-4 service value chain. It's really the fundamental question for any service provider, isn't it? I mean, think about it. How does a simple request, anything from a password reset to a huge new software project, actually turn into a valuable service for the customer? How do we make that happen efficiently and, well, every single time? Well, to answer that, we have to look at the ITIL service value system. This is the whole big picture framework. And if you look right there, smack in the middle, you'll see the engine itself, the service value chain. This is the operational core. It's what takes all that opportunity and demand from one side and actually transforms it into real, tangible value on the other. So let's get a little more specific. What is the service value chain, or SVC? Well, you can think of it as an operating model. And that's key. This isn't just some abstract theory. It's a set of interconnected activities an organization actually does to get work done and deliver value. It's really the how of it all. Okay, so the real power of the SVC comes from its flexibility, and that's thanks to its 6 core activities. Think of these as the building blocks, the fundamental actions you can combine in all sorts of ways to turn a request into a result. So let's break them down one by one. First up, everything starts with a good plan. This activity is all about strategy. It's where we take a step back and make sure everyone, and I mean everyone, is on the same page about the vision, where we are right now, and where we're going. Every single thing we do has to be guided by this strategic direction. Now, improve is a bit different. It's not just one step in a sequence. It's this constant, always-on activity that touches every other part of the chain. This is where that idea of continual improvement really lives and breathes, making sure we're always looking for ways to get better, smarter, and faster. Next, we have engage. You can think of this as the front door to the entire value chain. This is where demand comes in, but it's so much more than just taking an order. It's about really listening and understanding what our customers and stakeholders need, being transparent and building those solid relationships. So once we've captured a need through engage, that demand naturally flows into design and transition. This is the drawing board. It's where we architect the solution, making sure whatever we create is going to meet expectations for quality, cost, and, you guessed it, time to market. It's all about planning it out right before you actually build it. And that brings us to obtain/build. This is where the blueprint becomes reality. This is the get-it-done phase. We either buy the components we need or we build them in-house, making absolutely sure everything is available exactly when and where it's supposed to be, and built to spec. And finally, we get to deliver and support. This is the moment of truth, right? The service is now live, it's out there being used by the consumer. This activity is all about making sure that service runs just like we promised and that we have the support in place to keep it delivering value day in and day out. Okay, so we've walked through all 6 activities, but, and this is probably the most important but of this entire explainer, it is absolutely not a straight line. You don't just do plan, then improve, then engage, and so on. That's not how it works at all. Instead, I want you to think of it more like a river. A demand comes in, right? And for that specific demand, the organization carves a unique path, what we call a value stream. It combines those 6 activities in whatever order makes sense to get from that initial demand to the final delivery of value. And this is where you really see the beauty of the model's flexibility. Let's take a super simple request, like a password reset. That value stream might just be engage to get the request, and then straight to deliver and support to fix it. Boom, done. But for something huge, like building a brand new software service, oh yeah, that value stream is going to be way more complex. You'll probably use all 6 activities, maybe even loop back through some of them as you go. And that right there, that adaptability, that's the superpower of the service value chain. As the ITIL-4 text itself says, this is what lets an organization react to what their stakeholders need in the most effective and efficient way possible. It's what lets you be agile. So, let me leave you with this question to think about. What's the most important value stream in your organization? The one that delivers the most critical service. How does that flow actually work from start to finish? And more importantly, thinking like a river, where are the rocks? How could you make it flow just a little bit smoother?